There was a time when the pick and roll was simple: a ball screen, a read, and a two-man game. But as defenses got smarter, switching, tagging, loading up the paint, offenses had to evolve. One of the most effective responses, an action that added just one more layer: a back screen behind the ball screen, creating confusion, mismatches, and wide open looks. That action is known as the Spain pick and roll, and is now a staple at every level, from the NBA to the EuroLeague to college basketball. In this video, we're breaking down what makes the Spain pick and roll so effective and how teams disguise it, tweak it, and build entire offenses around it.
The scoring factor of 3. 1, 2, 3, scoring factory.
What's up, everybody? Coach Kevin with the Scoring Factory, back with episode 7 of our breakdown series. Today, we're talking about Spain pick and roll, and let's get right into it. So, with Spain being a three-man action, the best way for me to illustrate to you the basics of Spain is in a 3-on-3 setting. So, all that makes Spain different from a typical ball screen is we're going to see our ball screen, but we also get a back screen set on the screener's defender. So, as we watch this play out in slow motion, we see our ball screen, but what we see next is a back screen here on the screener's defender. What this leads to is an open roll because the defender is getting screened, and really what it comes down to at the end is a 2-on-1 against this defender here. It forces the defender to choose. He chooses to guard the roller. He's too late to contest, and it's an easy layup. Our first clip that we're going to be taking a look at today comes from none other than the Spanish national team. What makes this action almost impossible to guard is when the team does not know that it's coming. So when that ball screener's defender does not see the back screen, that's when you get these 2-on-1 situations. So the Spanish national team doesn't actually go right into their action. They run what looks like an entire set before this initial ball screen is being set. As that screen is coming, this defender is totally unaware of this offensive player behind him who is going to end up setting the back screen after this initial ball screen. So let's take it slow. We see the ball screen being set and absolutely zero awareness from this player that he is going to have a screen set on him. So when that screen is set, he's hit pretty hard, and now again, just like we saw in our other clip, we really have a 2-on-1 here with one defender. He doesn't get back in time, and it's an easy layup. In this clip, we see another way that a team tries to disguise their Spain action. So we get a handoff into our ball screen here, and because the defense is actually going to hedge this screen, it makes the back screen set on the screener's defender even more effective because they were aggressive in their coverage. So it shows that this works not only against drop coverage, but also aggressive coverages. Here's another example against an aggressive ball screen coverage. They hedge, and because they decide to hedge, the defender is so late getting back that it doesn't matter, and the lob is wide open. This clip is a great example of how running false actions before your primary action, or the action that you're looking to score off of, can make the primary action significantly more effective than it normally would be. Who I want you to watch throughout the entirety of the clip is this defender. As they run their false action, which is a double stagger screen in the corner, they're going to twirl it. Now they're finally getting into their main action as this ball screen is going to be set right here, and we get our Spain on the back side. But if you watched this defender, not once did he turn his head to see if there was a back screen coming, which is what leaves the lob so open. Once defenses become hyper fixated on guarding the ball handler and the roller is when the last wrinkle of Spain really comes into action. So as we see here, we're going to get our ball screen, but instead of setting this screen here, the screener, the back screener, is going to slip out for a 3. So when the screen is set, the defender is going to chase over and guard. This defender is going to come out and guard, and our third defender is going to drop to protect the hoop. But this leaves the back screener wide open for a wide open catch and shoot three. Here's another great example of that wrinkle that we just touched on. As the back screen is set, all the defenders commit, which leaves the shooter wide open for three. When some teams run Spain for a shooter, they don't even have the shooter actually set the back screen. So the defense is expecting, as this ball screen is set, for the shooter to set the back screen here, but instead he entirely slips the screen. And what we end up seeing is a forced rotation because all the defenders commit, a one more pass, and then a wide open three. The beauty of the Spain pick and roll is in its simplicity. At its core, it's just a ball screen with a back screen behind it, but that one small wrinkle unlocks a world of possibilities. You can run it out of different alignments, you can disguise it with off-ball movement, you can add ram screens, flare options, misdirections, or keep it pure and still get a great shot. In a league where defenses are sharper than ever, Spain remains a go-to because it forces decisions, punishes overhelping, and adapts to any roster. And that's why I think it's one of the best actions that any team can add at any level. It's simple to teach, hard to guard, and endlessly flexible. Whether you're coaching or just watching with a smarter eye, understanding Spain means understanding one of the game's most powerful tools. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. Follow us on our social medias at The Scoring Factory, and as always, I will see everybody in the next video.